Hey guys, this is Crystal and I blog at Sincerely Arizona, and today I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial for you. Let me just start by saying this is my first video, so bear with me. It's kind of trial and error and super awkward to see yourself doing a video. If you've done one before, you totally know what I mean. It's really weird, but I hope mainly it just helps you figure out the best way to curl your hair or take some advice that I'm giving you, or try what I do, and hopefully it will work. So I've gotten some emails and just like questions about how do you get your hair so big or full or whatever you want to say, a lot of volume, as well as the curls. So I figured I would do a video, and on top of the tutorial I thought it's kind of a good way for people to connect with you. I remember when I first started reading blogs, I followed a couple, and when they finally did a tutorial, I think both were actually hair. It was really nice because I typically just would see pictures of them, or just read what they say. So to have a video was really nice. It was like, wow, that's what that person's really like, and that's how they talk, and that's what they look like. So again, hopefully this kind of gives you a little bit more insight of like who I am, and more than anything though, I wanted to just kind of answer the questions on my hair. I will say real quick that I've always liked really big hair. I've liked full hair, I've liked thick hair, whatever you want to say. I'm lucky to pretty much have pretty thick hair myself. So I always just like would use root boosters. I really like the Bumble and Bumble root booster. Like, it's a thickening spray actually, so that's a good one to start with. I love hairspray, so if you're afraid of hairspray, this is not going to be a good tutorial for you. I like to just say that. And again, like, I've always loved having a lot of big full hair, so hopefully I can give you a couple tips that will help. I started curling a little bit underneath just to get going so it doesn't take as long, and I'm going to show you real quick. I'm not going to actually blow dry because it's really loud, but I'm just going to pretend maybe like my hair's almost dry. So usually when I'm curling my hair, I do start with, sorry if I look up too. I'm trying to look in the mirror, and that's just the easiest way for me to do it. So um, I usually start with straight, clean hair when I am curling it, and I do blow dry it straight first. So, um, I'm just going to show you how I blow dry, just in case, like, some people, I feel like it's kind of common and it's obvious, but maybe to me, it just is, and to anybody else out there, they wouldn't typically blow dry their hair this way, so it might be helpful. I'm going to pretend that this is still like a little bit damp and show you like my final blow drying process. I do have this really big brush. It's a really big guy, and I think I got it at a beauty supply. I've had it for years and years. It doesn't give you a lot of curl, but it does lift your hair a little bit, and it basically straightens it. So I kind of use this to make my hair straight versus a straightener, because they're just too hot. It makes my hair too stiff and flat. So I will usually blow dry till my hair's like damp all the way. I guess until it's damp is the best way to say it. So I roll it up like this, and then I will take a blow dryer and aim it like right under here. And this blow dryer does have the flat attachment. It's just not on here right now, and I do use that. So just aim it like right up under the roots here, and then pull it up. And I'm just not turning it on because it's really loud, and I'm just trying to show you the technique that might help with volume. So just spray up under here really good, and then just keep pulling it up. And then, as your hair falls down, it will kind of lift here at the roots. So that's kind of how I do the blow dry part. And I do that only at the very end. Like, I blow dry it just like upside down till it's almost all dry. And then when it's just like almost dry, a teeny bit damp, is when I pull out the blow dryer and do the round, or the blow dryer. I mean the round brush, because if I had to round brush from the start to finish of wet hair, it would take way too long. My arm would be hurting. Like, just don't even want to try that. So I do it at the very end just to add a little bit of lift. And really quick, I did just get this Hanna Pro. I think it's Hanna Air Pro dryer. it's amazing. Like I said, it does have a little attachment that's just not on. So, you know, that comes with it as well. But I love this blow dryer. I've always used just like Target ones or whatever. And they're fine, but I figured like since I have blonde hair and I'm, you know, always putting like bleach in it, that I should invest in a better blow dryer. And I'm really happy that I got the Hannah. It was actually sent to me, and I need to kind of do a full review on it. But if you need it for like a gift or anything, they package it really, really cute. I actually bought a blow dryer for my mom prior to getting this one for Christmas, and she loved it. So I think blow dryers are always a great gift, and they're worth it. I mean, it's gonna last forever, and it's better to have something that's gonna actually take care of your hair and dry a lot quicker. It's really fast and really hot and gets the job done significantly faster than the other blow dryer that I've had. So hopefully that kind of shows you just how I blow dry. Like I said, upside down first, get it all dry, and then at the very end when it's just a teeny bit damp, go through with the round brush to add some lift. Once I get that done, my hair just looks like this, just straight. Like I said, I started underneath and did a few curls just so we could get moving because this will take forever. And another thing that I just want to show you is Sebastian Shaper Plus. This is one of the best hairsprays ever. It is a little more pricey. I do have some other hairsprays like, I don't know, Dove or Tresemme or something like that. But this one is kind of my all-time go-to. If I have an event or if I have something where I'm like, I really want my hair to be nice and tight and curled and staying, this is what I use. And just to back me up on that, the day of my wedding, the girl who did my hair came fully stocked with that exact product, and that's what she used on my wedding day. So I kind of was just like reassured that this really is the best hairspray, because even the hair girl who's getting me ready for one of the biggest days ever uses that. So I think you can get like an Ulta coupon or something, and it might bring it down to like $14, but I like to have it on hand just for special occasions. I mean, I use it a lot, but it's my number one. So after you get everything blow dried and you've lifted with the blow dryer, the next thing that I do is the section that I'm about to start curling, I take just a regular comb and kind of lift it up like that and just tease up underneath. I really love teasing, you guys, so hopefully you don't, get freaked out by that. And then I kind of spray it a little bit. And then I do the other side, just so it kind of adds lift underneath, and it will look a little bit like, let me show you up closer. It will look a little bit knotted, but that's fine. That's how it works, and it will cover up because all my hair is going to go on top of it. So I tease a little bit there, and then I'm going to start right here in the front, and I'm just going to show you the technique. I like to spray each piece with hairspray first, and this again is like when I want really good curls that are going to hold all day. So I just then kind of comb through it so it's not like sticky and gross. I don't have one of those wands. I just haven't bought one yet. This is a Hot Tools Beauty Pro, I guess, and it gets really hot. It is better than just like the is it Conair, I think, that's like the Target one. I do have one of those. Those are fine too. They make a little bit looser curls, but this Hot Tools gets hotter, and it's not that much more expensive, and I would say just spend the money if you want not bigger, but like better curls that are going to stay tighter and last all day. And I usually start by kind of making it, this hairspray is going to fall over, hold on 1 second. Okay, I usually start making it like a wand, so it needs to be up and down, and I start close to my head and then just wrap it around. And I would suggest, you can see it kind of there, suggest wrapping it away from your face. It just turns out better. It just looks better. So there's one, and then let's see this guy. Spray him, and this process kind of takes a little bit. So I usually try to get it like a couple days out of it, just because it's a lot of hairspray and it's a lot of time. So try to do it where you can get other, use out of it in a couple, like one more day. Some people can go like 2 and 3 days. I can't do that because I feel like it will start looking gross. But okay, so there's this other guy, and let's see. So you can see how they're starting to come out, and then I just take like little sections. I mean, you can see kind of how much. Spray it all along, let it dry for just a second so it's not sticky. This is probably a better piece to show you on because it's longer than that little front one. I don't know if it's like bangs or what, but he's shorter. Okay, so take it from the top, wrap around. And this piece I got a lot of hair, so I'm gonna hold it for just a minute. I don't know how many seconds, like 20. I just hold it depending on how big of a piece I got so you can see it. Hopefully, sorry, this is such an awkward angle. And then once you think it's gotten hot enough, be careful too, wrapping, because I've burnt my fingers so many times doing it this way because you can touch the curling iron so many times you don't even realize it. So there's that guy, and see they're starting to come out, and then I usually spray them again, just like that. So that's how it starts, and I'm going to jump over to this side real quick. Tuck this up a little more, because this side is a little tricky with having it be away from your, I don't even know, this is my right side, so when you try this, keep in mind, you want it to be curled away from your face, and I don't know if I just can't figure it out, and if there secretly is a better way, but I have to like literally put the curling iron behind my head, and I might even still get, or no, it goes behind my head but in front. So this is what I have to do. Start the same way and wrap back. But just because, I don't know if it's being right and left-handed, but one side's always a little harder. Gosh, this cord is super annoying. There we go. I think it's because it's just kind of tight right there. So hold this for, 20 seconds, whatever. And then there we go. But if you try to curl it with the curling iron like right here in front of you, I like can't really wrap it away from my face. I mean, I kind of wrap it like this, but I don't feel like it turns out the same way. And I want it like really up and down like this, so I don't know, hopefully you get what I'm saying when you try it. That guy turned out okay. But I just wanted to show you the other side of your head, because sometimes like the other side is a little tricky just because of like where your hands are. So I'm gonna do just one more, and I hope I'm getting close enough so you guys can see. And then I brush through it a little bit. Here goes this guy again. So behind my head, start at the top, wrap it down. I'm sorry if you can't see this very well. Move a little closer. So hopefully you can see it. So just right here, and then I think that's probably been long enough. And then it drops. So then it's giving you that nice wave. And again, my other curling iron doesn't get this tight. That's why I really like the Hot Tools one, and or maybe not even hot. I mean, I don't care if you can get any kind, but I just use the Hot Tools one because that's what I have, and it works really good. It gets nice and hot. So just make sure you get one that gets a hotter temperature. So there's how I do a few of them. Well, that's how I do all of them, but you can at least see. And then I spray it. So making progress. There's still lots of straight guys under here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the straight ones. And then I'm going to come back when the straight ones are done. And I'm going to show you how I do the front pieces. And then what I do at the very end to kind of like finalize it. So I'll be right back, and I'm going to finish up these, and then I'll show you the last part of it. Okay guys, now I've curled all this underneath stuff, and I just left the very top. So as you can see, all the curls are done, and they turn out different every time. So if you've seen pictures or something and you're like, your hair looked so different then, maybe it was just like a way better hair day or something. But I also wanted to say real quick, when I finished doing all this under layer, I did go in and just kind of lift the hair up like gently, like tease under there, and then just kind of like hairspray a tad more. The curls will kind of fall out by doing that, but I think it's okay because you still have one more layer that's like covering them. So I think it's fine to do that. And so my last layer, I just wanted to kind of show a couple more pieces and then show you how I do the ones that are close to my face, because they always like, I don't know, they're like important because they're right by your face and sometimes they act up. They always do funny things for me. So here's just going to do a couple of these pieces, and then hopefully you can see like the visually the finished product. Some people don't like the top layer of curls so tight, and that one I just did, it's like pretty tight, but it usually falls just a tad. I mean, like the curl will stay intact all day, but it falls from like the moment you drop it, you know, it's not as like hot and tight, kind of loosens up. And then if you tease it and mess with it a little bit, it will be a little more natural, not like hairspray it all tight. So, all right, here's this guy. Okay, and then sometimes there's little ones in between, like this one that kind of got left out, and I'll fix those at the end, but I don't need to show you guys that. I just want you to see the technique part of it. So, all right, these little guys, see, like right now, this one is like really high up and he's acting really funny, and I was already concerned with it when I started the video, but I know I can fix it when I add the hairspray. So here's how I do the last pieces, and again, these I always want away from my face. So I start here and almost like kind of roll down and then start to wrap it around. And the curling iron's not really straight up and down as much as it is for the rest of the curls, but it's fine. It works this way. So looks kind of funny right now, but I'm just gonna let it cool and jump over to this side. So I usually curl my hair standing up. So I think that's another reason that this is a tad harder, or at least it looks awkward in the video, but it's not that hard. I think once you get used to it, it will be really quick for you, and you won't be like, oh my gosh, this is like a forever process. Probably takes a good half hour. I mean, if you don't count blow drying, but I think it's worth it, especially like I said, for like fun events, or I don't know. It's worth the time. Okay, so I guess I'll do this one real quick and then I can jump to the really close guy. See, here's what I meant by the curling iron, like behind. Oh, there we go. Okay. It has to be like up, not like behind my head for the top, but weirdly reached. So you'll get a feel for it once you try it yourself. there's that one. So I'm almost done. Thank goodness, it is taking forever. So I spray this last one. So this one's a little tricky, so I'm going to kind of roll along here. And just so you know, that stuff on the curling iron is dry. I think it's just from hairspray. It's kind of gross, but I think that's just what happens when you use them a lot. Okay, so now this one's wrapped. That kind of looks a little ridiculous, I know, but once you kind of pull it through a little, and sometimes this one's like, it's been weird since I blow dried it, so you can even like use the little clamp and kind of pull it through, and it's getting a little straighter, and then flip it real quick, and I just kind of do it very, very quickly, and now it's kind of like, I mean, it's still laying a little weird, but it'll be fine. So I usually take my fingers, I think there's a couple I missed, so bear with me on those. I'm going to go through and touch them up, but I don't want this video to last forever. So I usually shake everything out like this, and then that kind of loosens the curls. Depending on, like this guy, I don't think he got curled as good. So I usually have to touch up like a couple pieces at the very end. And then I do one last little round of teasing and hairspray. And that's pretty much it. So let's see. That one's straight, but I'll fix it. Okay. So I will go back in here. And it's hard because you don't want the curls to pull out. So just kind of like part them like that. Lift it up. And then tease a little and see, like, that side's already a lot more volume. And then lift this side, and I just kind of like make room for the comb. Go in and just like tease under there. There's some wild pieces that you kind of have to go fix, and I like flip it around back here, make sure it's all good, and then shake it out. That one's kind of, sometimes I even like pull these guys back a little, spray them, and then let's see, kind of spray, even like pull the curls out so they really separate and look big. It's a little crazy, but it falls down. And yeah, that's the final product. So hopefully this gave you a full run through on how I do these curls. And like I said, they come out different every time. And right now, like, I usually will go through and just kind of redo a couple or fix any loose hairs that I left out. But that's pretty much how I do it. So hopefully this helped, and you guys can try doing these curls yourself. Like I said before, if you have any questions or there's anything I didn't explain good, or if I didn't like get close enough up like this to show you the exact like curling iron pieces, I was trying to get close. So hopefully it was fine. Feel free to email me, ask questions, whatever. But I hope you liked the video, and I hope this kind of gives you a better idea of officially meeting me, and maybe I can do another video on some other topic like makeup or something soon. So thanks for watching, thanks for reading, and I will see you soon. Thanks.